Hello everyone, it's Nandi. Welcome back to Vibrant Authentic Living. Today I'm sharing with you about the lemongrass, or as we call it in Jamaica, the fever grass. Alright, so the lemongrass, sorry, the lemongrass or fever grass is used as a general relaxer for the digestive tract, and as the name suggests, it's also useful in treatment of fevers, particularly in children. It's a tea that, growing up, you would have it to like a breakfast tea. It's not, I don't remember fever grass being one of those herbs that you would run to for rescue from, if you had some terrible illness that you needed rescue. It was a herb that we just had it. If your tummy was upset though, this was one of the things that you'd be given in addition to maybe peppermint, those kinds of herbs. Generally though, in the mornings for breakfast, you'd probably get some bread and with butter and eggs or whatever, and your fever grass tea. Now, most persons would sweeten the tea with sugar, and growing up, that's what you did because that's what you saw everybody else doing. Nowadays, when I make my teas, I never ever use sugar ever in my teas. So I would just infuse some leaves, boil the water, wash the leaves, put it in a container, preferably a glass container with a lid, and pour the hot water on the leaf and leave that to steep for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I am not one of those persons who love to sip tea, sit down sipping tea like I'm at an English tea party. I'm the kind of person who would prefer to steep the tea and then use that as a base to blend my juices, my fruit juices in. Right, so that is how whenever I'm having fever grass, lemongrass, that is how I have it. For other conditions that the fever grass is used for, it is antifungal and antibacterial. So fungal conditions such as thrush and ringworm and athlete's foot and those conditions, the fever grass would be useful. For those who have HIV and are prone to fungal infections of the throat and tongue, thrush, lemongrass is said to be excellent in treating that. For those who have ringworm, athlete's foot, jock itch, that kind of thing. The fever grass is rich in vitamins A, B, and C. It has folates, it has potassium, manganese, and magnesium. And these vitamins and minerals are essential to the proper functioning of the body. Right, so I always say that our childhood had a number of saving graces, in that in spite of the fact that we were eating heavily on junk, whether it's the snacks that we were having for lunch or recess, or the actual meals that we were given with the best of intentions, right? Our parents, that's what they knew, that's what they came to see, and that's what they thought was the best. And they were giving us ton loads of meat and wheat and rice and milk, cheese, and a lot of that stuff, and we were just putting it down. But we were still, for the most part, healthy children. We were active, we were out in the sunlight, and these are some of the saving graces. Exposure to the fresh air, the sunlight, running up and down, playing with your friends, which a lot of children don't do nowadays. And we were given these herbs routinely as breakfast, tea for breakfast and so on, but they were doing their role in neutralizing in some cases and supplementing in some cases, cleaning out as we went along, right? So we packed in the junk some of these very herbs that we were drinking unknowingly, sometimes oblivious to the benefits, or not totally familiar with the benefits, and they were our saving graces, just as the fruits were. Because growing up, for example, I grew up in a part of Jamaica that was kind of rural and kind of not far from the city, but still country, right? Bushy and dirt and so I had the benefits of both worlds, and we had access. There were almost every fruit tree in my yard or in the area. Mango, guinea, star apple, you name it. It was there, it was available to us. And so we would just have the fruit would be growing, and once it's in season, you just reach up and you pick a fruit and you have it. These are the kind of things that saved us. So take, for example, you were eating mangoes, lots of mangoes, which are so nutritious, so packed with nutrients, just goodness. Chomping those down, and those are the kind of things that kept us healthy. I feel it for many of the children growing up now, especially those in the cities, who neither have the access nor inclination. Their parents neither have the access nor inclination to some of these herbs, fruits, and so on. And they pretty much get all their meals from boxes and cans and fast food restaurants. So that's one of the reasons why I created this channel, and why I'm so passionate about sharing these fruits and veggies so everybody can get on board, right? So if you haven't subscribed,